Alright, YouTube. Okay, here you go. Here's today's project, I should say. Today I'm working on the 410, the John Deere 410 backhoe. I'm having a problem with, there's a fitting on the, I think it's a pressure control valve. Let me get up here and show you. Okay. Right up in here, there's actually a nylon O-ring that goes in between the pressure control valve and the looks like the transmission housing. But anyways, that was leaking, so I took that apart. I replaced that nylon O-ring. Not a problem, no leaks. My problem is in order to remove this control valve, I had to undo this hydraulic line, which is not a problem, and I had to actually remove. Let me show you real quick here. This fitting right here. If you can see that, this fitting. And the way it works is, I believe it's a straight thread with an O-ring, and this nut here tightens. You know, this washer. There's a nut. There's a metal washer, and then there's an O-ring that makes a seal for the hydraulic fluid. And I'm having a problem. I've taken this apart 3 times, and 3 times the thing's been leaking like crazy. So I actually talked to my John Deere dealer, and he said, "Hey, take the piece off, the fitting off. Bring it down. He'll take a look at it and see if he can pick up something that I'm not seeing." I'm thinking it's got to be pretty simple, you know. I can pretty much figure out, you know, a lot of different things, but this one here has me beat. But what I'm gonna start it up one more time. I did tighten the nut up the other night. I see oil in there right now, so it's probably gonna still leak. But I'll show you what the problem is, and then what we'll do, I'll take this fitting off, and we'll bring it down to the John Deere place and have the guy, the mechanic, look at it and see if he can see something that I don't see. So anyways, let me start it up real quick, and I'm sure you'll see the problem right away with the oil leaking. I'll put this spot right there so you can see it. Alright, it's still leaking, and it's leaking bad, so I'm going to remove that fitting and get it out in the open, and I'll show you how it works, how I believe the fitting works. So let's take it apart. Alright, here's the piece. Like I said, it's a straight thread. There isn't any taper on it at all. And here's the O-ring. And this O-ring maybe has, you know, very little use on it. Half hour, if that. I understand that this fitting has to be screwed in all the way. So this O-ring is not sitting or seating on the threads, which I believe I had this in, you know, just the way it came out. Once it's in, you would tighten this nut here down, and that nut would compress the O-ring up against that chamfer in the relief valve and make your seal. But for some reason, you can see it blew it out. So anyways, it's getting late right now, so I'm gonna run down tomorrow to John Deere and I guess you can say ask the expert, and I'll let you know what he says. I'm sure he'll figure it out. Alright, here we are, day 2. I took the fitting up to W.I. Clark up in Brookfield, Connecticut, and talked to Jeff up there. He's been, you know, top shelf. I've been there 20 years or so. He's been real nice. So he mentioned a couple things. You know, the obvious. You don't want to start off like this, because when you tighten this down, it's going to put the O-ring over the threads, which I understand. He said you want to put it on about right there, just like, hope you can see that, like this. Screw it into it touches, and just sock this down. And he said it should seal no problem. So I'm going to crawl under, put it back together, and hopefully we'll solve this problem of the leak. So take 5 minutes, not even that, maybe 2 minutes. So let me put it together and check for leaks. Alright, here we go. One last time. We're going to make sure this is where we want it, and it is. So, I know I need to move this pipe out of the way. It's going to be tight. Screw this in. It's a little tight right here, but that's okay. We can turn that fast. And we'll put this up in here. Maybe I need to go one more turn. Maybe I'm just not going in far enough with this, so. Okay, well, actually what I did, if you can see it, I was able to get one more turn on this, so it is tighter. I guess let's see what happens. Maybe before this wasn't screwed in far enough, and the O-ring was hitting the threads. Maybe Jeff was right. Anyways, let me put this tubing on tight, and I'll sock this one here down, which will lock that metal washer up against the O-ring and hopefully make a seal. So let me tighten it up and we'll start it up. Alright, after about an hour's worth of use, things up to temperature, running fine, and 0 leaks. So I guess a mission accomplished, and I guess I learned something new. So put that bolt in as far as it goes, so the washer O-ring doesn't get stuck on the threads and get chewed up to make leaks like I did over here. So anyways, Jeff, thank you again. W.I. Clark, Brookfield, Connecticut. Thanks for watching.